What's up people, PJ Boomer at the movies over here, and in this video I would like to share my Indiana Jones collection. So this is the first item in my collection. It was the year 2023 when I finally decided to get all of the Indiana Jones movies on DVD, and this release is actually a reissue of the, I believe, 2008 DVD release of the trilogy that was back then printed to celebrate the release of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So this is a repackage done by the Galapagos distributor, made in cooperation with Paramount Pictures. So you can see a new cover art design, which includes the characters from all of the 4 movies, because it is a 4-movie collection. So here's the front, here is the spine, and here's the back with the information about the bonus features that can be found on the discs. And inside we have cast and crew information with the artifacts, which is a nice thing, and the discs themselves. So the discs are the exact discs from the 2008 set. There was a 4-disc set which was placed in a slightly bigger casing, but also the titles were issued separately. So here's Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. If I remember correctly, this set in Region 2 was also released with an additional 5th disc, which was a bonus material disc for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So here it is. Nice looking set, but this is just the beginning. It's not the end of the video, because as some of you may remember from one of my older videos on the channel, I also got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny in December 2023. I did see the movie in summer when it came out. I think it was the beginning of July when I went into the cinema to check it out. Of course, there are divisive opinions about the Dial of Destiny. In my opinion, this movie certainly has issues, but as in all Indiana Jones movies, there is something to appreciate, and I really appreciate the theme of time, the passage of time, which ties into the central artifact of the movie, which is the Dial of Destiny. And somehow, somewhat, I found the ending of the film hopeful, in spite of the fact that Indiana, at a really advanced age, has suffered a personal loss. So this movie stands out from the previous movies in terms of the subplot. About the release itself, here's the front art, and I agree with some of the criticism about this cover art, stating that we cannot see the full face of Indiana, and he looks like sort of a villain on this cover. Here is the spine, and here's the back. So at the back he also looks like kind of a villain. No special features on the disc, and here's the disc, which also stands out in terms of cover art design from these discs. And so I would appreciate if you could really see older Indiana, or maybe Indiana from the original teaser poster over here on the disc, because on the disc you can only see a map and a whip. So here it is, the 5 movies, but also I have the original trilogy on VHS. So here it is, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think this VHS tape was released around 1999 or in the year 2000. So this is a remastered release, completely in yellow. So we have yellow spine and the cover art. And here's the inside with the tape. And you can see even the spelling mistake made by the distributor ITI Home Video. It shouldn't read Riders, but Raiders with A. And here's the inside, which advertises all of the tapes, including the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which were also available on VHS, the 12 titles, but they were released in a really limited quantities. So these titles were really hard to come by. The Temple of Doom, the front, spine, the back, the inside the same as in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the tape itself, without the typo this time. So actually there were 3 different VHS releases of the movies on the Polish market, made by the same distributor. So this is the third and final release. The original release was made at the end of the 1980s, at the beginning of the 1990s, with different voiceover talents. Then in the middle of the 1990s for rental stores, and as far as I can remember, Raiders of the Lost Ark had green cover, Temple of Doom red cover, and The Last Crusade had yellow cover. But this final release has all of the yellow themed covers with the spines. So this is how it looks like. And here's The Last Crusade tape. In terms of Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, I really tried to hunt down these titles, but it was thanks to television that I did manage to watch all of the episodes. So if I am not mistaken, there were 22 TV movie edited episodes of the Chronicles, but only 12 released on tapes, out of which I did manage to get 4. So allow me to share these as well. So here it is, the first one in terms of chronology. So chapter 10, Young Indiana Jones and the Phantom Train of Doom, if I remember the English title. So here's the front, the spine, the back. It actually contains a mistake because it says there's a bonus feature, interviews with George Lucas and Sean Patrick Flannery. There are no such interviews on this tape. And of course the tape design is exactly the same as in the type, yes, Phantom Train of Doom, as in the case of Indiana Jones tapes. So I'm not going to show them, all of them. Over here, chapter 11, Young Indiana Jones, Oganga, the King of Life and Death. The Giver and the Taker of Life. Yes, so this is the English title. And this and Indiana Jones and the Peacock's Eye are my favorite Young Indiana Jones adventures. Indiana Jones, Young Indiana Jones and the Daredevils of the Desert. Again, mistaken information about bonus features. And so this is chapter 15 and this is chapter 12, Indiana Jones Attack of the Hawkmen. Yes, so I remember the title. So this is the front, spine, and the back. So this is how it goes. So there were no adventures between these titles, and this is the adventure number 15. So yes, this is how it is. I also have Indiana Jones books, but maybe it would be a good idea to share them in a separate video. If you have any comments about these releases or questions, or would you like to talk about the movies, I will happily engage in a conversation, and thank you very much for watching.